Well, alright, let's see, where do I start? This is the setup. This is the insect variant I got from Banggood. 270 millimeter through and through carbon fiber frame. I also added 250 class quad bumpers. I found these at Hobby King. They're pretty cool. They work alright. I mean, I haven't bumped in anything yet, so I don't really know. I only got a chance to test her outside for a few minutes. I had to run to my local hobby store today and get a new battery. My battery, one cell went completely dead. I had a 2200 milliamp Turnigy Nanotech. Let's see, I got her over here. That one there. I was using it for all the various testing of this model as I was setting it up. And I apparently, inadvertently, completely drained one of the cells out of the three. And it went down to like less than half a volt. So I had to run out to the hobby store today and buy one. Now this one isn't as strong. It's a 30C battery. I'm not sure what the range is there. This Turnigy had was 35 to 70C. 70C burst, 35 regular. And then it's been said that you could charge these batteries at up to 5C. I never tried that. My charger only has a maximum of 3 amp charge rate anyway, so I didn't blow it that way. But so you can see it really puffed up on me, and the guys at the hobby store said it's dead, so I'll just keep it sitting around. Anyway, she looks real good, right? I did something different than most 250 millimeter racers that you see. Most of them out there, the DIYs anyway, most guys in the video that I followed from RC Model Reviews, they mount the ESCs out here on the arms. Because this has foldable arms, the arms are in fact this much shorter than this much less usable area. So what I did was I put the ESCs right there in the middle. I got some Simon K firmware Afro 12 amps. You can see the black wires sticking out and bending around towards the other direction. I wired my motors, soldered them directly into the ESCs. Well, actually, I left about ½ an inch at the end of the ESC for soldering wise. And then I wrapped my motor wires down and inside and around the pivot point in there, so they can so that when I fold up the arms like that and they close, the wires unwind instead of winding getting tighter and then pulling on the thing. So that was important to get right on all the arms. I already told you that I was not going with the way that they wanted you to secure the arms and to have the locking screws attached, so I have both of the arm screw bolts going through the bottom, coming out the top. I put one acorn nut on the middle pole. Let's see if I can get it to focus again. One acorn nut on the middle pole, and then the thumb tightener on the outside. And as well, I put both of the red standoffs in between to give it a real firm tighten down. You saw the last video. I had problems with the way that the arms locked down on the way that I could tell they wanted you to build this 270 frame. Yeah, so I got a power distribution board right under my Naze 32 flight controller. I did use the rubber dampener that they provided for it. Now, I didn't have my nylon standoffs when I was putting it together yet yesterday, so I just zip tied it to the little carbon fiber frame. But I made sure to insulate the bottom of the board, as carbon fiber conducts electricity and you could short out your board if you have either it or your power distribution board laying flat on carbon fiber. So make sure you insulate all of those items when you put together a carbon fiber frame. Got 5-inch props on there. I've got a bright yellow LED strip on the back. Had a white one for the front, only when I wired it up and plugged it in, it didn't fire up. This one back here has a component built into the wiring that this one does not have, so I assume I have a voltage problem. If not, maybe it's just busted. Oh well, it's only a few bucks. Yeah, so let me put her down and I'll start it up real quick. So there she is. That light on the back is super bright. And in fact, when I was behind the model flying it, it almost made it hard to see. I may have to change the angle a bit so it doesn't hit me in the face. Anyway, there's the Naze board lit up down in there. Looks real nice. I got my Tyrannus all set up. I love this radio. Awesome radio. I love how it talks to you and gives you warnings. I'll put my my throttle up, turn it on.
Welcome to OpenTX. Throttle warning.
Throttle warning.
Switch warning.
And it lets you know, check your switches. And it goes ready. And then to arm this Naze 32 board, your throttle has to be to the bottom. Those lights, the light on the Naze will be blue, waiting for command. Throttle down to the bottom and hold it to the right briefly, and a green light comes on and she is armed and ready to go. I did notice that if you sit there without doing anything for too long, it disarms. I'm not sure if that's every board, but it's happening to mine. So then you gotta rearm it. It's armed. Ooh, got my balance board hanging right above the prop there. Right above the prop. As you can see, she's running and I love it. I'm absolutely hooked. Let me know what you think.